This is the third video in our video series, Digital Recording, with the Roland 1880 digital recorder. This video deals with the mixing room and how to mix down your song.
Okay, the first thing that we do to mix down the song is to turn down the inputs. Just as we turned them up when we went to record the song, we now have to turn them down in order to mix the song down without any outside noise from the inputs. What we're going to do now is remix the song that I mixed down before and was distorting in a certain part where a lot of instruments came in. I'll show you where it was distorting right when all these instruments come in. As you can hear, that was a lot of instruments coming in at once and a lot of bass and everything coming in at once. So I think it was the drums. I took the bass and the mids down on 4 and 5. Not usually where I put drums, but that's where they were. On 3 was the guitar part. I put the mid and the lows down, and also at 2 and I think 1 I took down a little bit because they were causing some distortion. As you can see right here, I have them all grouped. Usually I do 2 groups. I usually do vocals and instruments so that I can adjust them. And sometimes I do lead instrument and vocals, but here's where you group your different tracks together so that you can control them all with one. This is a good feature. It's called Auto Mix. This does things like turn down, up and down volumes on effects and audio channels. I usually just use it for the audio, and so that is used with markers. Here's your markers here, and what happens is you set it playing with the auto mix going on record, and you just play with the volumes to where you want them to go at different portions of the song, and it puts markers down and does different volumes, and it will adjust that. So I took 6, which is the lead instrument, out of the mix, out of the group mix, so that it can be controlled by the auto mix. Now we're at the beginning of the song, and I want to set the master volume with the auto mix, and so we'll do that right now. First thing we do is we take this and press this, press that, which is the master, until it blinks. Then we go down to here, scene and record, and then up here it will start saying auto mix record. I usually put the volume right near where I want it to be. I want it to be at 0 dB, so I put it right near there so that when I move it, it's just a little bit, so you only get 1 or 2 markers. And so then it's all set to record the auto mix. So you just press play, and then I go up, and then I stop. Okay, that sets us a marker right at 0 dB. Now we'll go to the end of the song and fade it out. So we do the same thing, scene, record, it's ready to go. Press play. So now to playback, you just press it again, press it twice until it's not blinking but on. So any of these that are on while this auto mix button is on is in an auto mix mode. So now I should be able to go back to the beginning and okay, now we are ready to go to the mastering room. We've got our volume set by one knob, courtesy of the groupings. We grouped those channels together. We've got our auto mix set for the lead guitar and the master volume. So now the master volume's at 0 dB, even though the fader says 0 because of the auto mix. So let's go into the mastering room. You got to hit the CDRW mastering button, and here's our CDRW down here, hooked up with this cable here. And that CD, you can do all your copies and your backups and your records onto that CD. I used a Q drive that is the actual drive that's the CD drive that's made for the VS1880, or is actually suggested by Roland, the VS1880. So let's go into the mastering room. We've hit the CDRW button, now we hit this mastering button. Here we are in the mastering room. The first selection that you'll have is to turn it on or off, and we will use this wheel to turn it on, and it comes on. If you haven't mastered anything before, or this song before, the status will be on record automatically, and the virtual tracks 17 and 18, virtual track 16 will be selected for the track that you put your master on.